It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and our focus is on Amari Cooper. He was a machine for them last week with several touchdowns, on top of triple digits receiving. It's the Browns and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Corral sets up play action. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down and complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries.
They've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes your game plan for that offensively, you want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Play action here. Corral rolling to his left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I showed him my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Corral. He finds McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find something open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Panthers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Switching it up, Corral will throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. incomplete. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I can't help but cheer for him because at this point, I can't be surprised anymore. How else can we get the ball? They just keep feeding it over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Corral looking to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Corral. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So they'll brings up a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. C.D. Lamb, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But when they were in the league, it would happen this well, this efficiently. I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 1st down, it's Corral. He finds his man complete. That's McCoy. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Room here to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Corral on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's McCoy. And they'll get this down to the 10. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Corral sets up play action. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Corral going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Matt Corral with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after here coming up. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. It was finished off by Matt Corral, who took it in himself. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside to 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Akers again. And he's going to bomb his way in for a Panthers score. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson looks to throw again. And it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They find some open field here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. On 1st and 10, Watson. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw again on second down. Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Carolina, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.